Well, hello and welcome to Coolangatta Beach here in beautiful Australia for the Beach Pro Tour Gold Coast Futures event for 2022. What a delight it is to be bringing you all of the action. Round of 12 match in the ladies. Hello and welcome. My name is Jonathan Fogarty and it is a privilege to be courtside to watch this next match, the Australian combination of Jasmine Fleming and Britt Kendall up against the Japanese powerhouse combination of Megumi Murakami and Sakurako Fuji. The Aussie girls are in the green. There's the first referee, Jake Passier. Second referee for this one is Mr. Darren Grimsey, the man that needs no introduction to the beach volleyball community. We are poised and ready to go. Winner of this match goes through to the quarterfinals. The loser, well, they are done. So lots to play for. Japan in the red, left of the screen. Australia in the green. We are ready to go. Women's round of 12 match here at Coolangatta Beach. And starting with a tough serve. Well, that's a great way to get your confidence. The veteran, Megumi Murakami. For fans of Japanese beach volleyball, Megumi is a favourite. She's been around for many years on the World Tour. Had that wonderful combination for many years with Miki Ishii. Second ball going out. The Aussie girls not quite finding their radar yet. Jasmine Fleming and Britt Kendall. How wonderful to see Britt Kendall back on the sand and representing Australia after that 2-year hiatus. That serve's going to go long, so that's what the Aussie girls needed. We play the best of 3 sets. I guess if you dialed in, folks, you probably know a bit about beach volleyball. You win 2 sets, you go through to the next round. It's going to be Britt Kendall from the service line. Goes at the veteran with a serve. Nice opportunity for Kendall. She's going to have to work hard. Oh, and the first ball play, that is clever. That's what years of experience brings you, ladies and gentlemen. 36 years of age, Murakami not only made a good defensive position, but saw the opportunity to put it straight back over on one. Why not take it? A 3-1 lead. Japan, bright start here in this round of 12 match. A couple of service errors, so that'll keep the Australian ladies in touch at 2 points to 3. First set, a little bit of cloud around, but otherwise absolutely perfect conditions. Court just getting a little smaller from the service line at the moment for both these teams, though. 4 points to 2. Neither team really settling into a pattern just yet. Oh, that's a really nice play from the Aussie girls. Jasmine Fleming and Britt Kendall. Going to change ends 3-4. Jasmine Fleming, only 22 years of age. Her and Britt, fresh off that 3rd place. They got a podium at the Australian Beach Volleyball Tour National Champs last weekend on this very court, so they should be chock full of confidence, even up against a high-quality Japanese team like this. Here's an opportunity. Oh, a couple of soft touches on the block for Jasmine Fleming. Couldn't quite direct it back to a partner, but that'll give us some confidence. They're a taller team, the Aussie girls. Jasmine about 185 centimetres, Britt 180. Up against Megumi Murakami, who's only 165 but plays so much taller, and Sakurako Fuji at 177, but that's a nice play. And that's the way Japan are going to mix it up. They're going to decide sometimes to block, but they're going to back their defense a lot of times. But a nice set on the net like that with no block there, the Aussie girls are going to feast on those opportunities. So 4 points to 5. Another service error. That's a facet of their game they need to knock out really, really quickly. They've handed the ball back just a touch too easily in the early stages of this match. Murakami back to the service line. Murakami wearing the number 1 for Japan. Fuji wearing the number 2. Outrageous leave there by Britt Kendall, getting that trademark curly hair out of the way at the last moment. So this is Britt back to the service line. 5-6, got to land a serve. Got to put a little bit of serve pressure on the Japanese girls. Test their nerve early. Here's the opportunity for Jasmine. Oh, well, that's good pressure above the net. And she threatened to do that previously. Got a few soft touches at the net, but this time it's sat up. The only time in beach volleyball where the same athlete is allowed to touch the ball twice in a row as if they blocked the first one, but again, the lack of consistent serve pressure not helping the Aussie cause. 7-6, Japan leading by 1. First set action. Women's round of 12 match here at Coolangatta Beach. Oh, and a tough serve. Got really big on Jazz. I think she might have thought really late that that ball was going out, but once you get your shoulders and your chest behind the ball, it's very hard to get out of the way. It got big on her, as they say. So, Japanese ladies are asking questions from the service line. 8 points to 6 now. Up by 2. Oh, and that's really nice play. Jazz Fleming showing experience beyond her years. Nice setting option. And when the Aussie ladies have control of the ball, they look really dangerous at the net. The Japanese ladies will have to play some good defense to shut that down. The ball's called out, so that's the point that the Aussie girls needed. Back to an 8-point scoreboard, 8 points each. First set action. A little early tentative pokey there from the Japanese athletes. So the Aussie girls blocking sometimes and not others. It's going to have to come over. Oh, nice play. Jasmine Fleming. Well, her timing has been excellent, particularly with the blocking. Just at some really key moments, the one-handed block on this occasion. So the Japanese ladies, as I've said, are 165 and 177 centimetres. They know up against Jasmine at about 185, they have got a bit of a height disadvantage. So they want to keep the ball a little bit off the net. They're really inviting Jasmine in. But again, the Aussie girls, that's their Achilles heel at the moment. Not getting those back-to-back opportunities. So anybody's first set at the moment. 9 points apiece here at Coolangatta Beach, the Gold Coast Futures event. Hope you're enjoying the coverage on Volleyball World. Privileged to be courtside, bringing you all of the action. Ladies match in the round of 12. Hard-driven ball. That's rock solid from Jasmine Fleming. And the more of those she gets, the more her confidence will build. Very early in her career. Of course, she took a really solid 5th place at the Under-21 World Championships of Beach Volleyball. So she has been an accomplished athlete at the junior level on the beach. But this is a bit of a step up for her today. Here's her opportunity off the net. Loving every bit of that set from Britt Kendall. Goodness me, well, they just need to keep doing that. They don't need to do anything too fancy. The Japanese combination, Fuji and Murakami, not really wanting to put up a block. They want to play defense. Jazz Fleming is up to the task today. Oh, but that's some court craft by the number 2. That's Sakurako Fuji with a nice drop shot. So we go into the technical timeout. First set action, Australia 11, leading Japan 10. It is live in Queensland. A big thanks to Tourism and Events Queensland for all their support of this wonderful sport. 25 courts up and down this wonderful coastline all week. The Volley Slam, Juniors, Schools events, the National Tour finals for the Australian Beach Volleyball Tour. And these ladies from Australia, Jasmine Fleming and Britt Kendall, they got a bronze medal. So their last match on centre court in that event was a win, and they want to keep those good vibes rolling. Well, they've started pretty well, 11-10. The combination of Megumi Murakami and Sakurako Fuji trailing by 1. They go to Britt Kendall on this occasion. The back set from Fleming is right on the money. Well, that is an outrageous back set from the young lady. Just for a moment, I thought it was going to get out of Britt Kendall's reach, but Britt took the pace off it. As the spiking player, if you start to detect the ball getting closer and closer to the net, sometimes you've got to pull back a little bit on the swing or you'll wipe the net out on your way through. And that's the money ball from Jazz Fleming, the ace. What a time to do it. gosh, they've been threatening with their serve. But that's a nice little points boost for the Aussie girls. Jazz Fleming, she gets a free ball. My goodness, Fleming has caught fire on centre court. Britt Kendall is a passenger at the moment, and what a journey it is. Causing a timeout for the Japanese combination. Jasmine Fleming has just taken this match by the scruff of the neck and said, "You are coming with me." Some nice blocking, some nice touches, and then the ace serve, and she followed an next serve in, and her eyes lit up and thought, gee, that might be the best set I get all weekend. I'm going to drill that one. Drill it she did, so 13-10 out of the technical timeout. So for the Japanese combination, Megumi Murakami and Sakurako Fuji, they went into the technical timeout down by 1, and they've had to call their timeout the middle part of this set, so they could see the momentum starting to go against them. In beach volleyball, folks, the individual teams can call timeout once each per set. We have what we call a technical timeout when the scoreboard gets up to 21, so that's a bit of a break at the halfway point. But the Aussie girls leading 13-10. Look at some of the action all over the beach. Just wonderful scenes up and down the length of Coolangatta. But back at centre court action, the Aussie girls on a bit of a roll. What can the Japanese combination do? Oh, well, goodness me. Jasmine Fleming. She brought the ball with her, I think. Actually, 19 years of age. Goodness me, we got her age wrong. Apologies. She is only 19 years of age and playing well beyond her years. Here's an opportunity. It's going to be a tough ball. There it is. I think the sand monster grabbed Britt Kendall and dragged her down. So scoreboard 11-15 now for Murakami and Fuji. They need to get a couple of back from this northern end of the beach. So right of screen is roughly to the north here at Coolangatta, and left of screen is the southern end. This is going to be a challenge for the 19-year-old from Australia, but I see your challenge, sir. Britt Kendall, all props to you for running that dig down. The Japanese ladies, they need to start keeping the ball away from Jasmine Fleming because she is absolutely incandescent at the moment. 16-11, what a start for the Aussie girls. That's a nice cut shot. There's some veteran court craft there from Megumi Murakami. Of course, Megumi and her previous partner, the wonderful Miki Ishii, they played all three of those Cancun events back in 2021 when we had the Cancun hub, and they consistently finished 17th at each three event. And they roll that form into their home Olympics. The pressure on the Japanese ladies at the Tokyo Olympics must have been immense. They took a 17th place. I'm sure they had hopes and dreams to go further up than that, but the pressure of a home Olympics, I can't imagine what that must have been like for Megumi Murakami and Miki Ishii. So here we are in 2022. Megumi continues her career with a new partner in Sakurako Fuji, the 31-year-old. They're back in this at 13-16. Jasmine and Britt just trying to settle it down again. That's a hard-driven ball. So really interesting ebbs and flows at the moment. The Aussie girls were untouchable for a large period. The Japanese girls hitting back. 14-16, first set action here at Coolangatta Beach. The veteran Megumi Murakami, the 36-year-old, and her 31-year-old new partner, Sakurako Fuji. Beautiful scenes here. This epic bit of coastline just north of New South Wales. We're on the border, right on the border between the two states, Queensland and New South Wales. This is the Queensland side. It's where the weather is always just that little bit nicer, and the people are that little bit nicer. And I tell you who's a little bit nicer, my co-commentator, the one and only Queenslander, Mr. Ben Abbott. Welcome, my friend.
Thank you, sir. I've been a Queenslander for a little while now, but I'll absolutely embrace the fact that I am from this beautiful part of the world.
Never forget it, young man.
And no, it is a privilege to be back here once more on this beautiful coastline. And we celebrate the fact that international beach volleyball is back once more. So exciting times ahead. Round of 12 action, single elimination beach volleyball as the athletes return, business end of the first set. And you mentioned it already, Jonathan Fogarty, the experience of the Japanese just starting to shine through here at the tail end, and maybe some nerves from the younger athletes from Australia creeping in.
Nerves, schmerves, we say it. Jasmine just putting it down. My goodness.
I will eat my words.
No, that's good. If any assistance, I'm sure the local fans will take that for the Aussie girls. 17-14, they needed that. They were in control of this first set, but then they had a little bit of a speed bump at their back. Fleming back at the net doing a nice job. The 19-year-old just querying the hand setting there of the Japanese ladies. It looked pretty good to me. I'm not going to question the hand setting of Megumi Murakami. That's for sure. Murakami back to the service line. 15-17. It's a bit tense in the first set, Ben Abbott.
Well, I mean, that's as it should be. Single elimination beach volleyball. The Aussies on their home sand. The backing of the home crowd. It's a lot of people wanting and supporting as much as they can, but obviously it does come with a little bit more and added pressure. You are facing the likes of one of the most experienced players from Japan in Megumi Murakami. A pleasure to see her compete last year in her home Olympic Games. And I honestly think we're going to see her just take a little bit of control at the tail end of this, which a perfect shot down the line on cue. And she's done a little bit of orchestrating from the baseline to set up her partner as well.
You've got a feel for Megumi. I mean, the benefit of getting a home Olympics, the pressure is immense, but normally they get the home court advantage of the support and the crowd. And for Murakami and Ishii, they didn't get that. There was no, you were there, Ben, in the stadium. They didn't get that uplift of the crowd lifting them on. So they you kind of feel for them that they just didn't get their Olympic moment that Megumi Murakami and Miki Ishii really deserved, I felt. So that was a great shame for them.
No, absolutely. And it was a fantastic venue. All looking very, very promising, and absolutely a world of difference having your own home fans and backing you in your home country. It's still an absolute privilege, obviously, for all athletes to be able to compete at that level. An experience I'm sure they will not forget.
Wonderful serving, though. Back here on centre court, Jasmine Fleming, the 19-year-old, has done it again from the service line and has brought up 4 set points, so 20 points to 16. Fleming, Kendall of Australia against Murakami and Fuji from Japan, and it is 4 set points, Australia.
And that's a lovely drop shot. Wow. Jonathan Fogarty, cut shot outside the shoulder, across the body, and just finding the open sand. So 1 set point saved. Japan hanging on.
All right, but 3 remain. 17 points to 20. The Aussie girls, 1 good action away from locking away this first set. Big moment for the hometown fans and the home team. It's going to be Jasmine Fleming, who's been nerveless. That's a lovely set. And why not, Jazz, finish it? No, it's been called out just for a moment. I thought she'd hit the winner, but 18-20 now. Ooh, a little bit of tension, a little bit of nerves on centre court.
No, like you said, just 1 side out remains. A pass, a set, a swing. Needs to back herself. I still think that was a positive swing, just didn't quite convert. We'll go back once more. 18 serving 20. Just wide, they don't need it. They'll take the first set. Australia over Japan, 21 points to 18. And the advantage in this women's Beach Pro Tour Futures event, round of 12, for a spot in the quarterfinals. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Live here at the Coolangatta Beach, Gold Coast, Queensland, east coast of Australia. My name is Ben Abbott. I'll be your commentator into the afternoon. And we commence this second set action here between Australia and Japan. Australia taking the first set, 21 points to 18. The 1 set to love advantage. Welcome to all our viewers across the world. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate you supporting the newly branded Volleyball World Beach Pro Tour. We kick off the future events here in Australia. A privilege to host international beach volleyball and some of the best athletes from all around the world. First points in this set going the way of Japan and Tokyo Olympian Megumi Murakami serving. Into the net this time round, so leveling things back up at 1 point all. An impressive start for the Australians, taking that first set, pushed at the tail end. A nervous start at the start of that first set. And they found a rhythm, found a groove, and Jasmine Fleming, for all those tuning in, can agree with me in saying she really took matters into her own hand, played with confidence beyond her years. And it's fantastic to see this young lady finding her stride, recently claiming a bronze medal at the Australian Championships for 2022 with her partner at the baseline now, Brittany Kendall. Hard and flat on Murakami. No block. Jasmine with the defensive play. No block. And Jasmine Fleming down the line. Confidence riding high for this young lady. The 19-year-old. Based in Brisbane. Part of the developing Volleyball program there at the Queensland Academy of Sport. The future is bright for Australian beach volleyball. High snap down the line from Megumi Murakami. 2 points, serving 3. Australia with the lead. Looking to wrap things up in this set. Progress their way into the quarterfinals here. Be a fantastic result for the young Australians. Britt Kendall returning after 2 years away from the sport. Getting the body right, recovering from an injury, and it's great to have her back on the sands and on the international circuit, leveling things back up with that shot there. 3 points all. The Japanese combination of Megumi Murakami and Sakurako Fuji. Clips the tape on the way through, sends it wide. Advantage Japan on the first end switch here this afternoon. If you are, or this morning, actually, I do apologize. It could be the afternoon wherever you are viewing from, or the evening, or very early AM. We appreciate your support, all those viewers making the efforts and lapping up this fantastic event on the Gold Coast. Making sure you are tuning in on the Volleyball World app. Download the App Store. Tag your athletes and hashtag like a pro. Be a part of all the action and celebrate international beach volleyball with a lovely pokey shot from Jasmine Fleming this time. A lovely play for Australia to level things back up. 4 points all. Once again, a tentative start from the Australians. Just looking to find a new rhythm. Once again, as the Japanese are playing some very good and tough offensive volleyball, but nothing the Australians can't handle. Kendall doing the damage in backcourt. Australia regained that lead at 5-4. Fleming serving and serving tough on Murakami. Tight, no block. Scoop and advantage now for Australia. Up for grabs, they capitalize. Question being asked, once again, from the handling of some of the athletes out here. As the Australians hold that 2-point lead at 6-4. Hard and flat once again on Murakami. No block. Fleming in defense. Aussies to go 3 points up now. No. Sakurako with the defensive block. No block once more. Cuts it fine. The Australians eventually finding their way. Really good defensive touches from Jasmine Fleming. Kendall, the older of the pairings, 26 years of age, guiding the young Jasmine Fleming, the up-and-coming athlete through the Australian ranks. Super explosive out of the sand. with a tough serve. Kendall on 2. Capitalizes. Put away. Australia on a roll. Japan call a timeout. They trail this second set 4 points to 8. Thank you for staying with us, ladies and gentlemen. Ben Abbott here, your courtside commentator. It's a privilege to be broadcasting for Volleyball World and the Beach Pro Tour Futures event at Coolangatta Beach, Gold Coast. Australia with a 1-set-to-love advantage here, taking a 21-18. And they hold an 8-4 lead here now. Fleming to the serve. Hard and flat and Murakami. No block. Through the middle and just a miscommunication, but the experience of Megumi Murakami finds a way. Tokyo Olympian, veteran of Japan volleyball, legend. Back to the baseline now. Wide on Kendall, handled well, pushed on by Fleming. And the high snap down the line. The Aussie girls riding high, and an end switch with a 4-point buffer at 9-5. We speak about the experience of and guidance of Brittany Kendall as well, 26 years of age, 5'11", has competed in many, many events all around the world, has a 4th place at the 2019 World Beach Games, the unique style 4-on-4 format. Nice shot down the line there once again from Murakami, tagging the sideline. Brittany Kendall's also got a bronze medal on the FIVB World Tour in Boracay, the Philippines in 2019. She's a 2-time Australian Championships bronze medalist, so a wealth of experience as she guides the young 19-year-old Jasmine Fleming, who crushes that ball cross court. In rhythm, in sync, and working in this second set. High line, Kendall's outstretched, can't control it. So Japan hanging on and staying in touch. A must-win set for both teams, a must-win set for Japan. Both teams with the opportunity to make the quarterfinals. Kendall on 2. And Australia gets 11 points on the board. Deep on Murakami. No block and unbelievable cut shot from Megumi Murakami. She has 46 tournaments to her name. An incredible career thus far. Playing at all 3 World Tour events in Cancun in 2021. As Fleming goes off the block with a bit of extra pepper. A bronze medal at the Asian Championships 2020 for Megumi Murakami with the infamous Miki Ishii. And a lovely rainbow shot this time, changing up. That is the experience of Megumi Murakami. 9 serving 12 when they return after the technical timeout midway through this second set. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ben Abbott. The action returning here on center court. 9 serving 12, Japan with a little bit of momentum leading into the technical timeout of this second set. Kendall with the back set. Fleming high and hard down the line. And a really, really nice play there out of the technical timeout. Steadying the ship for Australia, who have that 1 set to love advantage already. And leading 13-9 in the second. Kendall down the middle on Sakurako. Harder Kendall and return to sender, says Sakurako Fuji. So double figures for both teams now. They go on the young Jasmine Fleming. No block. Defensive played. Not quite controlled. So Australians just playing some very confident side-out volleyball. Every point in transition will only help speed the process up to wrapping up the second set as Jasmine Fleming throws that one back. This young lady is on song here, this second set. Absolutely on fire, finding a new gear, finding a new level. Really exciting for this young lady. Again, hard, flat on Murakami. Tough serving. Defensive opportunity played. No block. Fleming. Can she do anything wrong? Not at all. Absolutely on fire. Britt Kendall, a support act in this second set at the moment. Hard and flat again. Over on 1 from Japan. Can't control the tough Fleming serves. And Jasmine Fleming this time with the finesse cross-court cut. 17 on the board for Australia. Japan have already used their timeout in this set. They need to find a way now. Once they get a pass, they can find their rhythm again. But this serving pressure right now from Jasmine Fleming, almost unstoppable. At the baseline once more. Hard, flat. Murakami gets a pass this time. The wraparound play is tight. And finds a sideline. A much-needed point for Japan as they go around for the end switch. 11 points, serving 17. Megumi Murakami back to the serve. Her partner, Sakurako Fuji, at the net, looking for a defensive play. The Australians, with the height advantage, have been absolutely unleashing in their offense. Murakami on Fleming. Fantastic pass. The wraparound play, back set from Kendall. Clips the tape and finds a way through. So luck favoring the Brave on that play there. 18 serving 11. 3 away for the Australians to get things done and progress their way through the competition into the quarterfinals here. Kendall, full stretch. Murakami just ends it wide. It was the right option. But the impressive play from Britt Kendall to keep the ball alive, to force another phase of attack from Japan, drawing the error. And Australia 19 now on the scoreboard. Hard and flat at Murakami. Easily controlled. Kendall reads the high line to bring up a potential set match point. She does so, crushing it over the top of the block. Australia now with 9 set match points to progress through to the quarterfinals today. Murakami once more. Kendall got a touch just out of reach of Fleming. Tokyo Olympian hangs on. Sakurako Fuji back to the baseline. Set match point number 2 for Australia. Long, and that'll get it done. Australia, in a dominating performance, takes the match 2-0 over Japan's number 5 seeds, Murakami, Megumi, and Sakurako Fuji. Congratulations to Brittany Kendall and Jasmine Fleming. A fantastic result, guaranteed top 5 finish, but they aren't done yet. Well done to Australia. I am Ben Abbott. Join us once again for our next stream and match here on Centre Court for the Beach Pro Tour Futures event.